Welcome to think tanking for neopixel buttons. Keypad number 2. Let's just get the live stream to catch up. Make sure we got audio. Welcome to second part of think tanking or brainstorming. Number 2. We have audio. Okay, it's alter the playback resolution. Right, okay. Alright then, so we're on number 2 in this series, and let's give you a bit of an intro to break it up. We'll see you after this one. Welcome back, and just speaking with, well, you're not speaking with anyone, you're just listening, or maybe you're not. Anyway, we've altered some of the volume setting, a little bit quiet on the last one, after reinstalling the basic system. Anyway, so, what did we do yesterday? We created a bit of a model and some buttons and initial designs, shaped the clamshell, got the initial idea going, and now today we've got to add some tactile buttons, a mock-up PCB, and so we can model the spacing and how the actuation of the button is going to work, and we've got to also allow for some kind of termination, connection, glanding. So we've got a lot to do, and let's see what we can do. Over to the drawing. Here we go again in SketchUp Make 2017, the last free SketchUp, I believe, that you could use without anyone needing money. Right, so what do we get? Let's give you an overview. We've got some layers. We've got a top clamshell showing with our countersunk M4 machine screws that clamp the two shells together. We've got our, looks like a window, but it's our button, polycarbonate button, inside a aluminium 12mm thick piece of billet aluminium milled out, and let's just get rid of the top clamshell. That's the model with just buttons showing. Let's hide the buttons. This is the bottom piece. This is where we pretty much left off yesterday, and got quite a few views considering, and got some concurrent viewers, so let's see if we can do any better today. It's the first design concept of this one. Don't know if it'll work. There'll be some additions, changes. We've got to start with something, so we shall carry on. Now what I've got to do today is have a look at the spacing of the buttons. Let's just get on to this view. So it's difficult to work out the spacing. So we've got our button that sticks through our top clamshell like that. Precise milling. So it holds it square. We'll have an inside-outside overcut when we mill it, so we won't have a dead fit. We don't want a dead fit, otherwise it won't be able to push up and down. And let's just take the top shell off. Now what we've got to do is somehow work out the PCB and the tactile buttons. So let's model a button. So let's just hide the buttons. So we want a PCB and some buttons. So first we need a tactile button. So we're going to have to find one of my older models with a tactile button in it. That's going to take a little bit of doing. So let me just have a look off screen. I'll just display the whole thing for a minute while I have a look off the screen. See if I can't find the model. Let's see if we can find some of my old models. There's a lot to look through. Right, engine 5, V1 plastics, engine V2. Don't know what that is. Right, so let's look. So I'm going to go browse, open, and we're going to go on to my SketchUp. Have a look down, and is there one called TAC module? TAC. Can't see it. Got such a lot of stuff here. So let's just go up. Let's have a look at that one, for instance. Save the changes. Yes. Let's hope this loads up okay. Right. Okay. We've got some buttons here. This is one of my older models. This is a temperature access control that I built a long time ago, back in 2020. So let's just have a look at the model. We're in this perspective mode here, so let's go back in that mode. Yeah, this is quite complicated. Anyway, we're not looking at this. I just want to get the buttons off it. I've just modelled some buttons to the exact size, so I just want to get the button off. Anything else I need off this? Probably not. Okay, maybe a connector. Button and a connector, maybe. So we've got to work out some buttons. We'll come back for the connector. So we're going to copy that. We're going to switch over to the keypad again. Right, and we're going to take off the top shell and paste. Right, we've got our button. So we need to sort of put our, we don't really need it there. We could do with 4 buttons, so let's just create 4 buttons. Right, we've got our 4 buttons. They need to go somewhere like, so we need the base of this. So basically, I suppose we could do plan view, parallel projection, plan view, and we could bring these over to something like this. We'll have to position them better in a minute. Right, let's just zoom to the extent. Right, so we've got that. Now let's try and position them. So what we could do with is knowing where the center position is. I need exacting things going on here. So, how best to cordon this up? Let's put some lines on it. Let's just section it up. Right, so let's just measure from here up to there, 21 mil. Best if we do it this way. $21 mil. So we've got 21 mil, actually minus 7 mil. Is that right? 7 mil. Right, that's weird. I thought that was 6 mil yesterday. Anyway, it says it's 7 mil. Is this because I put the crossbow airs high up in the air? It's not what we want. So there's more to this stuff than meets the eye. Anyway, so we've got a bit of a problem straight away on how to get these buttons to be smack in the centre. We're not dealing with a rectangle, so maybe we can, that's the middle of that and that's the middle of that, but it's not the middle of anything. Yeah, it's not actually the middle. So maybe we just have to put them somewhere roughly. Let's see if we can align them roughly. So it's sort of just like to jump around, is it? Tell you what, move that out of the way. Let's put some geometry lines across so we can sort of, I don't think that helps us any, does it? Might do. Oh, hang on. Right, so we've got sort of some lines there. Yeah, it's not good. Not good at this kind of thing. Well, we haven't got an actual shape. How do you centre that in there? A good question, eh? Right, let's just grab the corner. This wants to sit there. That space is different to that space because it's actually it might not be. It might be the same. Right, 5 mil and 4 mil. What we want is the centre of that switch right in the bang in the centre there. That's what we want. We want that one. We want to find the centre. What's this doing now? Let's get rid of all these silly lines. Okay, right, so I'd say that was the centre there, but it's just a guess. I suppose we could put a circle on it. Do something like that. You've got to start from somewhere, haven't you? Yeah. So whatever, if we start from there. Yeah, it's not easy. Not easy to. You got to start from somewhere. So I think we've got flat edges there and there. So if we go up somewhere like that, looks like the middle. Does it? Perhaps 8 mil. So if we come across 8 mil as well, let's say that's our middle. So grab our button, somehow align it up there. You're not going to be able to align it unless you do X-ray mode. Just like that. Right. So basically the bulk of the button has to sit centre on there. to balance out when you press it. At the minute there's more bulk here than there is there, so it's not going to be very well balanced there for some reason. So let's undo that, undo the guide, undo the guide. So it's got to be somewhere like that. Let's try it again. So I suggest somewhere like that. It's close, a little bit too far. Right. And what's that like? No. Why is it jumping like that? Doesn't let me do freehand, does it? Oh, it's jumping a millimetre at a time, that's why. Okay. So we got 7 mil. Yeah, it's how do I move it some smaller increments? I think I've got to manually put it in. Right. Let's rethink that. So we've got a curve there. There's another way I can do it. Anyway, I can somehow get that. Is that the centre? Or is that the centre? It's not quite the centre. Don't know if that is the centre. I'll put it there. Let's try it. Alright, what's that like? Looks too low. Depends how you look at it. Yeah, it doesn't look right. So what about if I put that there? What's that look like? Is that okay? It's got to be the same distance. Suppose I could measure it. So we've got a 6 mil, 8 mil, 8 mil, 9 mil, no, all over the place. Right, this is the trouble if you make an ergonomic button. Right, so what are we going to do? Guess. We'll have to guess. Don't do guessing, very good. So we've got from there to there. Anyway, we're going to have to do something. Right, what's that look like? No good, don't know. I need some frame of reference for the button. It has to be in the centre. There is no centre, really. Tell you what I'll do, I'll measure from there all the way to there, 16 mil. And what we got, 8 mil is just somewhere like that. So the button will, yeah, it's about there, isn't it? Okay. So I'll do that, then I'll measure 8 mil up, and I'll put this on top of there. What's that like? Maybe. Okay, so we've got that there. Yeah, it looks. Does it look okay? Imagine this has to rock around that point. Let's do some measurements. So from there to there, we've got 7 mil. 7 mil to there, we've got. From there to there, we've got 8 mil. Yeah, so it's not good. So 7 mil, 7 mil, 8 mil. So right, I think if I grab this and move it up 0.5 of a mil and move it across 0.5 of a mil. Hang on, undo. 0.5 and measure around it. See what we've got now. We've got 8 mil. 8 mil. We're jumping 1 mil at a time, aren't we? No matter I put half a mil in, it's jumping 7 mil. That's jumping too much. So I had to reinstall the SketchUp. So for some reason we're jumping a mil at a time. Let's try again, make sure we haven't gone wrong. So we're going to move this 0.5. Maybe I've got to tell it a millimeter. Right, so I've gone. Let's just have a look. No. It's doing a millimeter, isn't it? That's not good. So something wrong with my setup, I think. Where's the properties? It asks you this when you first boot it up. Dimensions. Anyway, I'll have to sort that out next time. Component options. Preferences. Right, let's have a look at the preferences. Template. So we're in millimeters. Architectural. Design in meters. Construction. So we're on architectural. I think we need to change to construction millimeters. Right, let's see if we can move it now. So undo, set insertion point. Right, we're going to go 0.5. Measure it. 8 by 7, so it's no good. Snap into grid, isn't it? Right, have I got any tools? Preferences. Where is the grid? Tools. Preferences, model info. Anything about a grid? Drawing. Click auto detect. General. Short template. Workspace. Right, use large buttons. Yes. Don't quite know. That's a weird one. I've never noticed that before, you know. I've done half a mils in the past, I'm sure I have. Right, so, yeah, like I say, I had to reinstall all this. I did say something about using a graphics driver. Maybe I'm not using the right graphics driver that is complying to something or other. Dimensions. Oh, what that one there. Right. Anyway, let's not get tied up too much in it. Model info. Yeah, there's nothing there. Right. Okay. Let's try. Hang on. Let's just try one more thing. Template. Right. What have we got here? 3D printing, millimeters. Interior product. What do I normally do? Landscape. Meters. Construction. Meters. Feet and inches. Millimeters. Template. Right, I don't know. Don't know. Right, let's just go back to what it was. Yeah, so stumped there. Right, so we'll constrain to a millimeter. Don't know why. Let's try and draw a box. Let's say it's 5.5 by 6.5 millimeter. Let's measure it. 6 mil. Is it, or is it just rounding it up? It seems to be rounding up. Yeah. Round it up, round it down. Don't make no sense. Doesn't make sense, so I don't quite know. Is it because I'm in X-ray? Perhaps X-ray doesn't, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. 6 mil. 6 mil. Right, I'm going to have to Google this, aren't I? Let's just Google it. Right, SketchUp template. It's snapping to millimeters. You need to set the units to millimeters when you can set the snapping to anything you want. However, the SketchUp has a tolerance threshold around 1 millimeter, where it starts to have problems forming faces. It would be better working in meters. Yeah. How can I get length snapping to less than 1 mil? Right. Primary SketchUp for blah blah blah. You need to set the units to millimeter, then you can set the snapping to anything you want. However, beware that SketchUp has a tolerance threshold of 1. Yeah. We tried again, it worked this time using the snapping length, resetting itself to 1 millimeter after. Exit the model info window. Maybe there's a small UI bug there. Length snap is useful. Modeling. Set units. If accuracy important, turn length snapping off. Set length units precision to 0. Well, where do you set that then? Where do you set that? Set length units. Right, let's try and find it. Printing, generate report, preview, edit, view, toolbars, axis, edge style, component, edit. Camera, it's not part of the camera, I don't think. Draw, lines, arcs, shapes, tools. Alright, window, default tray, model info, preferences, component options, attributes. Nothing there. Component options, nothing there. Alright. Preferences. Right, what we got here? Can't see it. General. Preferences. 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 Pre this. Oh, I've no idea. Maybe can't do it with this one. That is a weird one. Oh well, I'm not going to waste any more time on that. Right, let's just get rid of that. Let's carry on. Oh my god, come on. Right. Anyway, who would have thought, eh? That would have been difficult. Maybe I attach it to the button instead of the shell. It's the same thing though, isn't it? Same idea. Right, so I don't know now, I'm stuck. I've run out of ideas. Anyway, so probably been better if I'd have made this a certain dimension, a known dimension. So I want to come at it from that angle, parallel projection, and I just want to put that in the middle there. So I'll have to do it by hand. Well, it's actually going to snap to the nearest mill anyway, isn't it? Don't know. Let's just do it. Oh, it's right. Okay, let's get rid of that one, and that one. Are we happy with that one? I don't think I am, no. This is awkward, very strange. Never had this trouble. Is that in the middle? No, not quite. Half a mil out. Okay, will it go any more this way? No, that's too far the other way. I can't go half a mil. Oh, that's about as good as it's going to get. Yeah. Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get. Okay. Ignore the body, it's the circle bit that we're after. So, I need to duplicate that. I'll hold it from there. And put one wherever it wants to snap to. There, how about that? Is that good? Don't know. And again. Don't know. Right here. Let's just pretend we're going to draw a line from there to there, and from there to there, from there to there, from there to there. That's about as good as it's going to get. Okay, so save that. That's where we're going to put the buttons. Oh, it's quite actually okay. It's on. Thought I'd have to alter the height of that. Okay. Right, let's put the buttons on. See what we've got to deal with. Let's just hide the bottom shell. Right, what we got here? So we've got our buttons. So we're going to make a little PCB. The height has got to be altered. We could sort that out after that. Let's get that back there. Hide the buttons a minute. Right, so we need to create a PCB. These are just guides, so they're not going to be milled out. Right. Have a little sip on the lemon squash. Okay. So we've got a PCB to put in. Now we're going to fasten it in. So it needs to drop in. It gets complicated. So buttons in the right place. Right, let's make a new layer. Tactile buttons. Okay, so let's put these tactile buttons on the tactile button layer. Then we can switch them off, on and off when we want. So a PCB, so what do we do for a PCB? I don't want a square PCB, it needs to be the same shape as this. It drops in. Now the clamshell, tell you what to do, let's just get rid of the buttons a minute. Put the top clamshell on. I've got to make these sit together properly. I've got to be able to see, what's this edge tile? Edges, depth Q, extension. I never tried any of them. Anyway, so we've got this here. I suppose we could do the countersunk screw. I don't know what for. I suppose it helps to. No, we've got to get around it. So we've got our middle bit. So it doesn't look quite right here. Yeah, something doesn't look quite right. It's very difficult to find out what you're doing here. It's difficult to visualize it. So right, so you want to see something, but I'm getting blocked. If I made it a clear, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to make it clear for now, like I do the buttons, transparent. And I can see what's going on with the shells. And I'll turn it back to aluminium after. So let's do that next. Right, let's first make this into a transparent colour. Right, so what do we want? Glass and mirrors. I'm not going to say make it the same colour as the translucent. What about that? That just looks like, don't like that one much. How about this one? No. This one? No. This one? That's the same as a button. What about this one? Just a grey. That's just a grey. What about a green tint? Yeah, I could do. I tell you, I could do a green tint. I'll leave those fills. It's only the main body we need to do. Let's turn off the bottom a minute. Let's green tint this. Right. Okay, so that should allow me to at least view it somewhat. Okay, so I ain't gonna do all that. Right, so we got that. Let's view the bottom. So, do we need to do both or just the bottom? Need to see how it fits. Yeah. I need to do the bottom as well. So, top shell off. Let's fill that now. Is it going to be green? Let's try yellow. Yeah, that's better. Different colours. I might leave the rim like that. No, I don't know. Let's just try that bit for now. Got to see where it joins together. I'm still none the wiser. Right, let's take it up a little bit. Oh, I need to see it in sort of 3 dimensions. I don't know. Yeah, so something went wrong there. The width of that's supposed to slip over that. And we've got something wrong there. 2 mil. Yeah, it's getting a bit funny. What have we got here? We've got 2 mil there. And we've got $2 mil there. So that begs the question, why won't it sit over top of it? I don't get it. It doesn't look right. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll grab it from X-ray mode, grab it from the corner there. Hang on. Let's find somewhere I can join it. So grab it from there. Put it there. Is that even? No, it's not right, is it? There's something weird. This X-ray roads, it's this right. What is going on? Why does it look hang on, it doesn't look right. Plan view. Parallel projection, so we're off center. Oh, that's better. Sort of. It's gone the wrong height now. Let's take it back up. That's the bottom. Alright, let's take it up. Alright. It's horrible. Let's get it back into perspective. Right. So, yeah, it didn't line up. See, there's half a mil out there. So there's a problem there. Oh, let's just colour that the same. Yellow, so we can see what's going on. Right. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I've done something's wrong there. And I can't tell which one. Should be able to tell the size. Right, I need to be in 3D to be able to measure. I can't see which line is which. I think it must be half a mil out or something. 2 mil there. Right. It could be rounding it up, couldn't it? I made my precision digits. It's not showing me. I'm getting nowhere fast with this today. Right, let's get out of this X-ray mode. So I need to move that up and somehow work out where the problem is. So I'll go here to there. I've got 2 mil. Is it 2 mil or is it 2.5 and only showing me 2 mil? I've got something wrong with my SketchUp setup. Something corrupt somewhere. Something must be corrupt. So that's showing me 2 mil. Oh, 2 mil exactly. Right, and the other one said tilde 2 mil. Right, so that's, yeah, so that's probably why. Oh, tilde 3 mil. 3 mil thick. What the hell? Oh, so it's probably rounded it up to 3 mil when it's only 2.5 mil. Yeah, because I initially said I wanted 3 mil thick. And this needed to be a certain thickness, 2 mil thick. And I've got, hang on, it's drawing a guideline. I don't want to do that. 2 mil thick, so we've got 4 mil thick there. And how thick have we got under here? 3 mil thick. Yeah, it's all gone a bit stupid. I need the different sizes. I need to know the exact size of this. 3 mil. Is that really 3 mil? It's not. It's showing. What's it showing me? Tilde 3 mil. I don't get it. Never had this trouble before. I've had to reinstall SketchUp, so something not quite right here. Model info. Right. Classification, create dimensions, file. Rendering. When I installed it, it did. Hang on, the units. Ah, here we are. We found it. We found it now. So, decimal format. Precision, that's it. We want precision. Up to the nearest half mil. Enable angle snapping. Angle snapping. Display unit format. Enable length snapping. One mil. I don't know what to change that. Precision 0 millimeters. Right, okay. Let's do that. Right, let's try and measure that to there. Ah, 2.5. There we go. That's what happens if you reinstall something. You've had it on your computer for years and years, and all of a sudden you've got to install it. You can't remember your settings. So that's 2 mil, and this is 2 mil. 2 mil and 2 mil. And we've got, what have we got here? 2.5 mil. What the hell? It keeps snapping to something. The angle's not right. I need to get in a certain angle so I'm not measuring the wrong thing. 2.5 mil. So that's why it's not looking right. It's overlapping. So we're 2.5 mil thick. We need to be 2 mil. Let's turn off the bottom shell. Let's sort this out now. So we need to do something like, hang on, get into the model, get hold of this and come in 0.5. Right, let's measure from there to there. 175. What the hell? Hang on. 2 mil. 1.75. 97. 2 mil. What's going on there? I don't get it. Two mil. I see it's trying to, I don't know what it's doing. Right, this is not good. Right, let's go from, why won't it snap? Oh, I think it's because it thinks it's the middle. Yeah, it thinks it's the middle. I'll ignore that one. 1.75 again. Oh dear. Why is that? Why has that got two lots of length to it? Hey? Something drastically unreal. I don't know, some like corruption going on. I don't know. That's no good. I need constants. Variables are not good. What is that? Why have I got something 0.3 of a mil? What the hell? Something not right there. Anyway, let's just get rid of that. So go into it, bring that down to the base there. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, so have we got? Right, we've got. Right, let's see if we can't do it now. Put it in, we're in perspective. Show the bottom. Alright, it should fit, should slide over there now. Right, let's slide it over there. Is that right? Yeah, that's better. Better. There's a line there. Oh, that's the line of that one. Right, can we have a look in here? Right, it's totally gone. Right, so we've totally made it weird now with the colours. Right, so it's not helping us any really. It sort of is, it sort of isn't. So let's change these colours back again. Right, so let's change them back. Want steel, aluminium, metal. Don't know which one it is now. Not that one. Is that the one? Yeah, I think that's the one. Let's put it back to where it was. I can't see it, but yeah, that's okay. It's too much to look at. Right, now the top one. Okay. We're back to our aluminium looking now. Sometimes you have to make one. You have to mill one out and physically measure it and try stuff in it. Then you end up with loads of prototypes with changes. Don't want to be wasting material and time. Right, buttons and tactile buttons. So now we can't see again. We're back to square one. So the only way I see it is if I split it or hide the top. Right, so we've got that there, and we've got this space here. We've got to have room for the PCB, so these have got to be raised off the deck slightly. So we need a PCB the same size as this infill, really. For now, let's just do that. Let's hide the buttons. So we want a copy of this area here. Let's see if we can do that. We can get that. We can get that and that and that. What about these? Can we get hold of that? Yeah. Need to make a PCB. Okay, so what about a surface? We need a surface, don't we? Copy. Right, and we'll paste it in place. Alright, and we don't need that as part of the PCB. So we can delete that. Alright, a bit there. So I don't actually know what I'm doing anymore. Right, so we've got that. So we should have, yeah, a complete one there, an outline. So we need to grab hold of everything here, but not the buttons. Do we want the buttons? Yeah, we could have the buttons. Okay, so let's just grab everything there. Oh, we could leave it there and just hide the bottom clamshell. Right, so there's our PCB. And we need to make it 1.6mm thick. So we could do that now. Grab that and make it 1.6mm PCB thickness. Right, our legs need to stick through it. They're not quite sat down. So we know the bottom was the bottom of that. That can't sit right all the way flush because it's got stuff sticking out. So we need to take that up. We know these are too low. So put our buttons on. So we're flush with the top of the lid. It needs to press in. And it needs to be touching it already. So what we'll have to do is raise these up grab the buttons. We need to move them up. Onto the not easy to do. No, not at that angle, we're not going to do it. Right, maybe at this angle. So we need to push them up. On blue axis, no. On blue axis, no. No. On the face of component, yes. Right, so they're on the face of the component, that is good. Now we need to bring the PCB. I don't think we haven't made this a PCB yet, so let's just make that a PCB. Make a component. Right, so I need to bring that up so the pins stick out. What about that? Just about sticking out. We're not quite flush with the bottom. So we've gone a bit too high, although yeah, probably good enough. There's going to be a little bit of tolerance and messing around. They're only a rough model, they are. They're not. These particular ones are not modelled that well, and a lot will depend on the length of that. Okay, so right, we need to colour this. Hide the buttons and the tactile buttons. Create a new layer. Call it PCB. Add that to the PCB layer. Let's make it a PCB colour. Let's find some colour. Synthetic surface. What about that? No, that's not good. It probably will be a black PCB. Yeah, let's have it black. Black PCB. That'll do, I'll leave them like that. Okay. So, tactile buttons. Doesn't look quite right there, so let's just drop this down a touch. Alright, it's gonna have to be about there. Yeah, you can't see them sticking through. Oh well, we'll keep it like that. Maybe they'll be surface mount, I doubt it, but might make sense to make them surface mount actually. Anyway, so we've got that. Let's put the bottom clamshell in and the top clamshell. What have we got now? We've got our buttons. And put our polycarbonate buttons. So you can see they're actually flush with the top of that. That's why they're shimmering like that. So we probably could do with lifting them slightly. Let's lift them. Lift them by literally a tiny amount. Just a tiny amount. I'll call it 0.1. That's it. 0.1, so they don't shimmer no more. That's right. They stick up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we need to see, let's make a machine screw, why not? Make a machine screw next. So we know we need 22 mil. So let's make a screw. Okay. Countersunk screw. M4. So how do we go about that? Right. Let's save it before we do much else. Going for an interim. I'll be back in a little while. Here's the interim. And we're back. Right, short interim there. Right, we're back, and we've got a bit of a monster. We've designed a little bit of a monster here. Right. So let's just have a look at the PCB and the bottom shell. So I will take off buttons and the top clam shell. I suppose we ought to have a gold layer around it. Let's do that. So let's do this. Have a little bit of a pullback. About 0.5 of a mil. And colour it gold. Synthetic surface colours. Metal. We haven't got any gold colour there. Synthetic stone, roofing, water, wood. Okay, just colours then. Yellow colour, gold. What's a gold colour? Like that. Okay, a bit too bright. It's okay. Not quite right, something not quite right. What about that? No, too light. Go up a bit. Where are you? Where's the gold? What about that? Oh, no. 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 What about that? Yeah, it's about as good as it's going to get. Okay. So we've got that. At least we can see the outline a bit better. And also, it shouldn't be a tolerance fit, should it? So what we need to do is what? How do we shrink that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll leave it a tolerance fit for now. It's not going to be the finished thing. No, we ought to do it right, hadn't we? Right, so how do I get rid of that? Okay, so I'll go into this, get rid of that. Will it let me do it? No, it's got rid of it, it's hollowed it now. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? I should have done this before I flattened it, really. Okay, let's hide a few things. Sort this out. I've got to shrink it. So I'll flatten it. Go up on the edge like that. Parallel projection. Look it from an edge. Delete. That, and now we've got to delete all these bits. Oh, luckily it's only two little bits. It helps to get the design right in the first place, if you can. Otherwise, you have to do what I'm doing now. Go over it. So we're gonna pull back the edge. Oh, it's not. Why hasn't it got it all? Can I do that? Hang on. No. I did earlier, didn't I? Right, so okay, I'll just do it at 0.5. Oh, it's let me do it now. That's stupid, isn't it? That's stupid. Let's try it from this edge. Ah. Right, let's fight it all the way. Intersect faces with the model. Oh, connections. Hang on, is there a cleanup? Oh, I haven't added that extra piece to it, have I? Oh, there's a fine centre. Oh my god. Could have used that on my button to find the centre. Soften smooth edges. Right, now will it let me... Yeah, it will now. 0.5. Oh, so we shrank it by 0.5. So now we've got to delete this, all this other bit. Oh my god, why has it got so many? Don't ask me, it seems to have gone a bit wrong there. Oh well, I bet it's not a proper shape. Right, so we've got that. Let's have a quick gander. Looks okay. Right, so now we need to pull back. Now we need to thicken it, so we need to go 1.6 mil. Then we need a pullback of 0.5. Now let's make it 1 mil. Why not? Oh. $1 mil. There you go. Okay, and we're gonna colour that bit like that. Don't like the colour of that gold much. Where's the gold colour? That's better. Alright, so we've got that. Do I need to do the bottom? Probably. Let's do another pullback. That's not going to do it. One now. Colour it. Okay, and then we need to colour synthetic or a blue. Oh, black we said we were going to do, didn't we? No, let's have a synthetic colour. Synthetic, that colour. Yeah. This will be, I suppose it'll be black. Yeah. Oh, I forgot more. Why have we got more going on here than we needed? Strange, isn't it? Why? It's not a very clean model. Oh well. It's clean there, but not there. Strange. Wow, oh dear, I'll give up on that. Anyway, it's only doesn't matter. It does to me, but you know, what can you do? Okay, so we've got that. Alright, so we've got our PCB, yeah. Somewhat. With its flaws. Okay, PCB. Tactile buttons. Bottom clamshell. So we've got a bit of a pullback now. We've got some relief on it. Right, so there's it's looking something like that. We've got our buttons that sit on top. They're balancing on the top of there, which is never good. But they're held by the clamshell. The top clamshell held in place, and they can only articulate down half the distance. Or less, a quarter of the distance before they click. Ideally you'd have them sticking out, but if you do that they get vandalised. So it's got to be flush, got to be able to be smacked around a bit and not be caused any distress, or it's got to be able to withstand a bit of abuse. Right, so let's take that off and the buttons. Right, now we've got to make a hole going through it. We need a bolt, so yeah, these studs need to come back up here. I need something there. We've got to tap the top into there. So really, yeah, I suppose they could come. Needs to be some meat on it if you're going to tap it to M4. So I need the screw. Okay, let's make the screw then. Right, so top clamshell. Right, we need to copy that, but make it slightly smaller. Let's find out the diameter, 7mm. And we've got a 4mm hole. Have we? What size is the hole? 4mm. So we've got a 4mm hole. Let's make the top of that. I think it's 3mm deep. Let's make a bolt. So let's start off with a circle. And it's 7mm. Do you want a dead fit? I suppose we'll have to make it the same for now. Yeah, make the same so it'll sit there and snap to it. So 3.5mm. And we've got a 4mm, so 2mm. Right, and we need to push it down. It won't push it down, it needs to be a solid. So we need to, yeah, we need to bring that down a bit. Yeah, so bring that. We need to have a dimension to it. So let's say it's let's say 1mm, 0.5 of a mil. This one we want. Is that going to do it? It's just going to make it hollow, isn't it? Let's try it. Yeah, it's just made it hollow. So what we need to do is undo that, get rid of that, and make it 0.5 of a mil. And then we need to draw a thing on it, make it 2mm, so 4mm. Then we need to pull down. Yeah, we need to pull. Can we pull it down though? Yeah, it needs to pull down from this side. So grab hold of that, press down, grab it. No, it needs to be part of the model. So there you go. So you pull that down. That's not part of the model. So we cut it. Hang on. Undo circle. Make this into a screw first. Make a component. Right, put a. Go into it and put a circle on it. So 4mm. I need to grab it. I'm still not grabbing it. Right, we need to intersect the faces. Won't let me do it, so I'll do the whole thing. Intersect the face with a model. No intersections. So cut it, paste it in place, cut it, paste in place. Can we pull it? No, can't pull it. What the hell? I've never done one upside down. Let's try it a different way. Undo paste. Right. do it from this way then. I did it to there on that solid surface. Ah, maybe it's got to be deep enough to be able to... Yeah, that's right. Let's make it deeper to start with. So let's say 3.5, so it's 4 mil thick. Come back to the top. Put a circle on it. 2 mil. And pull it. Can I pull it? No, it's not part of it. What the hell? Intersect the face with the model. Nothing to intersect. Oh, I did it over there. What did I do different over there? I don't get it. Okay. Right, maybe I've got to hollow it out. So let's hollow it out. Right, what's that like? No, didn't work out. Undo. So I need to extrude it first to there. Then I need to grab it. There we go. Go down 3 mil. Right, now have I got the outside of a bolt? Yeah. Right, so now I need to delete that. Yeah, here we go, we're getting somewhere now. Right. So we've got that, and we need to fill in the top. Can we fill in the top? We should be able to just hold it like that. Right, got that. Right, so we've got that screw. What kind of screw is it? It needs to be a security bit. So let's make it into a security bit by doing a polygon. Okay, what size? Don't know. Let's say it's 2 mil. 2 mil. So we go 1 mil. 1 mil looks a bit too small. It's probably okay. No, too small. Let's go again. Say 2 mil. Looks a bit too big, but it'll do. Right, now we go down. I'll have another one. Needs to be a pin this time. And it needs to be something like 0.5. Alright, it's done it. We didn't like it. So then we need to extrude this down a bit. Say 2 mil. 3 mil. What's that like? Too much? No, it's probably okay. Okay, so we've got that. We need to be a certain length. I need to put a cover on it. So I need a... we need to... I don't know, say 20 mil. Okay, so we've got our screw at 20 mil. Let's turn it round. Okay, we haven't got no thread on it. I'm not bothered about the thread. Needs to be the same colour as that. Let's just see if it fits first. X-ray. Yeah, goes through, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Let's colour it. So, do we want to make it black screw or set it to be stainless steel screw? Stainless steel screw. Oh, let's colour it. It needs to be metal. I think it's that one. Was it that one? Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't look quite the same, but anyway. Right, so it needs to be darker in there, really. Does it? Yeah, probably darker in there. Let's give it a shade of darkness. That'll do. Okay. Lost it now. Right. Where's your screw gone? There it is. So it's a bit of a weird screw, but yeah. Okay. Doesn't look right the same colour, does it? No, it's not the same. Is it that one? Hang on. Is that right? Don't know. Was it that one? That one? No, that's the black colour. What about that one? Oh, that one. Can't remember which one I used now. Does it matter? It probably doesn't matter. Right, that'll do. So we want 4 screws. So we want another layer, call it fixings, clam fixings. That belongs to the clam fixings. I want 4 of them. Right, let's put them in place. 1 there. This is all very exciting. Very exciting, isn't it? No, it isn't. Okay. Right, Theo, what does it look like now? Let's have a look. Okay. So I've got our top fixings, they're coming right through. That's not supposed to happen, so we're going to have to stop it coming through. 2 mil, so it needs to go back 3 mil. Okay, let's push it back 3 mil. Okay, Right, so we've got our fixings. They stick through. Looks very weird. And it goes into the tap into the bottom of here, supposed to be. Let's hang on. Clam fixing. Oh, they're all gone into their right thing. That's good. So top clam shell off. Top PCB and tactile buttons off. Right. So what have we got here? We've got that little bit of. Okay. Do we need this any longer? Not sure. I don't think we do. But it gives us an idea. Yeah, we've got to have some stability for the buttons. They're just going to float. They can't just float. Buttons can't just float. They've got to have some way of stopping people pushing them too far in. That's the idea of this lip. This lip acts as two things. First, it stops the button falling out of the top shell. So get rid of the bottom clam shell, and you can see you can hold it upside down, and the button rim will hold itself in. But then you've got to press them in. Bottom clam shell. Right, so what it's got to do now, hang on, take the top one off, put the PCB, so that PCB is going to need some structure here, so some of this metal needs to extrude right up underneath this, and only be low enough to push it down one little click till it bottoms out. So our PCB and tactile button. PCB. Right, so we need some metal work to come up. So this PCB is going to go after round. Yeah, so that's why I kept the outline on the bottom. Get rid of the PCB, tactile buttons and buttons. So these are the outlines, but our button, that's our original button, and we've got a shoulder on the button, 2mm shoulder. So we just need to sit the button on top of at least a 1mm, or actually 2mm. So let's get rid of them a minute. So we could go into this, get an outline off this. Can we do that yet? And that needs to be up to 2mm. Although it can stick out a little bit. So if I say 1mm shoulder, but that is the same. Yeah, starts from there. Yeah, doesn't need to be a shoulder all the way around though, does it? Let's just say 2mm. Okay, let's do the same here. Let's see what we got left. Okay. What have we got left? So yeah, we managed to miss everything here. So these need to now extrude up to the bottom of the button. Certain areas do. I still need the PCB to be able to, unless we mill out the PCB so the metal can come through the PCB, then you'll have a broken PCB, maybe. Maybe. Could extrude them up. Tell you what, let's just extrude one up, see what that looks like. Not sure how high, so I'll just initially go to the same level as that. Right, so that's looking like that. PCB, so it can go through the whole PCB, and that's chopping the PCB, so there's not enough room around it to mill, so that can't be done like that. But what we need is just some of it. A piece here. So you've got to, hang on, let's just find out where the button actually sits. We've still got more to go. We do need some travel though. We need a distance to push it down to click the button. Let's put the tactile button on. So they're touching there. It needs to click in whatever the distance is. Let's find out on what this is. 2.10 mil. No, hang on. I can't tell from that button. Hang on. Right, I can do it from that bit there. So measure from there. 2.1. 2.1 mil. Just so happen to have a button down here. How far does it press down? It literally only goes half a mil. It literally only pushes half a mil. So we need to go up, let's say 1.5 mil. 1.5 mil, and that gives us our 0.6 of a mil. So yeah, that's about as much distance as we need, and then it needs to bottom out as it gets pushed. So it pushes that in only half a mil, bottoms out on there. Right, so that's nice, but we've got to make a circuit board. Let's get rid of the buttons a minute. Got to make a circuit board. You can't make a circuit board with a big chunk out of it. We're not having individual circuit boards, we're having one circuit board, so we need to keep that corner at least. Maybe the corners. Or that, hang on. So that's 2 mil. That's 2 mil. A lot of it's 2 mil. So we're going to have to use a 2 mil milling bit. It's a bit small. A lot of meat to take out, so I might have to tinker with this a bit. Right, so yeah, that's part of the base. So what if it gets smashed? The button can only get bottom out. You can't smash the button mechanically because you can only push it until it hits the stop. So this can't be a separate piece that's sitting on top because that'll allow it to be compressed. It's no good. It's got to be part of the base, which it is at the minute. It is part of the base at the minute. But we've got to make a circuit board. So unless we just make round pins. Yeah, if we mill it round. I like the idea of it matching the button though. So it matches the button. which means when you press it, you've got a uniform press. You can't press it one corner and get it to jam. It's going to sit around the rest. So how do we do this? How do we make a circuit board? Got to lose something. We need enough meat on the PCB so it doesn't crack. So, so what about if we just had that bit? We need something in the middle, so let's lose some of it. Right, let's try to lose some of it. So let's go into it here, put some lines in. One there, one there, one there, one there. Okay, that doesn't really matter. I need something here. It doesn't have to be that shape, it could be a round shape. That could be a similar shape round here to old, but it's best if that's shape too. Yeah, so let's drop these down to, hang on, where's the circuit board? Let's hide the circuit board a minute. Drop these down to nothing. Drop them down to nothing. Oh no, not all of it. No, stop that. What happened there? Why did that not? Oh, it's still part of that. That's why, because I didn't make that join up to anything. It needs to join up to something. Right, now push it down. Okay. Right, so we've got something there. So really we just want these corners, don't we? That's all we want. We don't need this there. But do we need to mill it out? Can we not make the circuit board stop there? So, tell you what, I don't want to make it too complicated to mill out. It's got to be as easy as it can be. As easy as it can be to be milled out, but leaving some space. Right, what's that look like? I mean, it's polycarbonate, so it's not going to bend there. It just needs to sit on them. Alright, so PCB. I need to cut out in the PCB there. So we've got milling to do on the PCB. That can be done in the manufacture of the PCB. But is there an easier way? Do these need? Can these just be round dowels? Be easier to mill out a round hole on the PCB than it will be to do this. Okay, so yeah, we've answered our own question. So what we need to do is just work out the length of them. 9.5. Let's just take these down to there. Okay, so yeah. What we need is a pin there, or even something round here to catch those corners. And we've still got to put a connector block on it somewhere. got to have a hole through for the cable. So we want, I mean, we could put pin there, pin there, pin there. Yeah, tripod. Yeah, and we can drop the PCB over top of it. Makes sense, right? So let's say it's going to be a 4mm pin. Yeah, 4mm. So where do we put them? Let's just say, hang on, come out of that. So say 2mm. That's your 4mm. So it would have to go somewhere like this. One there, and another one. What's going on here? Another one there. And another one. There. Okay. Right, so we've got our 3 pins. And we need to... These are just outlines. So let's bring them up. Let's take them off there. Cut. Paste in place. No, undo that. Bad idea. Undo. Open, undo, cut. Go into here. We need to tidy this up now. So we don't need that anymore. All that, all that. All that, all that, all that. Is there any more? No, there's no more. We don't need... So we don't need that. Or that. Oh, hang on. That. We need to get rid of all this stuff. Okay. Probably need to get rid of that as well. And that. And that. Okay, so leave them as markers. Alright, we'll come out of there. We'll get that one, and that one. Cut it. Paste in place. And bring them up 9mm. 9.5. 9.5. 9.5. It's already getting to look too complicated. Right. So we've got that. We've got our button sat on top of our posts with our 0.6 of a mil stop. So it's a tripod. So the shoulder will hold it square. It's only possible to push it down. Right. So then we want the PCB. So we need to make some holes in our PCB to go around this bit. So how can we do that? I know, we need to copy these. Oh, just grab hold of the tops, copy them, come out of there, double click on the PCB. We're on the no, go onto there, paste in place. We need to drop them down to hide the bottom shell. Move these down to sit on top of the PCB, like this. Not on the blue axis, on the face of the component, yeah. Right, so we're on the face of the component. Slightly overlapping, that doesn't matter. Right, so we need to cut them. Go into here and paste in place and extrude them through. That didn't work. Undo. Right, let's go around here. Is it because we're not? Oh no, we're okay. Okay. That one hasn't aligned itself with the model. Why not? Okay. Let's just cut it. Come out. Go back in. Paste in place. Now it has it's a bug with the code, but it's a free product. What do you expect? Okay, so we've got our PCB with some weird holes that are in it that slot over the bottom. Oh, we need some relief on it. Need some relief, so let's get rid of the bottom. Undo layers, undo layers, undo close, undo push pull. Do we need relief? Do we need relief? No. We will do on the PCB, but not on this model. It looks better though if it's got relief now. Let's do release now. Alright, so we've got them there. Let's cut that off. Paste in place. Right, so we need a bigger one. Where would it go? Why would it? There it is. So it's 4mm, so say, let's just say 5mm, so 2.5mm. And this one, why won't that go over there? It's because of that in here. It's not seeing it as a so that thing's come back to bite us in that backside, that has. Can't get center, hang on. Is there a fine center? I saw a fine center earlier. What's it doing? No, not working for us. Right, so there's another way of doing it. I was doing the whole lot. Okay, so we'll do it another way. We'll delete that one. Grab this one. If you can find... No, it's all gone a bit wrong, hasn't it? Undo erase, undo open, undo circle. Right. Yeah, it's not easy. Right, okay. Right, so just get rid of that bit. That's probably the best way. Yeah, get rid of that bit. Why has that gone like that now? Oh, it's took it off. Took the surface off. Right. Oh, it's took the surface off again. We don't seem to be able to win, do we? Don't seem to be able to win. What time we got? I think we've had enough for one day. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours, 10 minutes is enough for anyone. Carry on tomorrow. Carry on tomorrow. I had enough of this now. Right, let's put it all back together. There we go. So we got something there. Progressed a little bit, not a great deal. Still a lot of work to do. Alright, that'll do for today. God, something minor's messing up. But would you like to fix it now? Yeah, fix it now. Okay, whatever. Whatever you say. Right then, that'll be it for today. Here's your outro. Thanks for watching, and see you maybe tomorrow night. Probably tomorrow night. Alright, bye bye.